I'm Stephen O'Craig.
I'm Lee Eide.
And this is the third episode of
The Movie Review Show. The Movie Review Show is when Steve and I go to our local theater, Red Wing 8 Cinema. We watch a newly released movie, and then we review it.
We use a popcorn rating system, 1 to 10 popcorn. 1 popcorn being the worst, and 10 popcorn being the best.
The movie we're reviewing today is a modern-day monkey paw's tale, and it's Pet Sematary.
And here's a trailer.
So many trees.
It's beautiful, right?
It's definitely not Boston.
Here we go. Okay, so what do you think?
Wow. This whole place is ours?
I even got him to throw in a whole forest as a new backyard.
It was a myth. Kids used to dare each other to go into the woods at night. They knew the power of that place. They feared it. Those woods belong to something else. The ground is bad. It may be just some crazy folk tale, but there is something up in those woods. There's something that brings things back. Sometimes dead is better.
Okay, here's our review of Pet Sematary. The one thing I noticed at the beginning, and I think everyone else would notice this too, was that the beginning is also the ending. You can tell it's like the aftermath of whatever happened.
True. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The family lived really close to the street. That's one thing you'll notice in the movie. I mean, very close to the highway.
Yeah, a truck goes by and it's in their living room, but they were out in the driveway, kind of close to the road, but still. Yeah, you definitely kind of beat over the fact they're living really close to a road, okay?
It's obvious that the story, Pet Sematary, is based on the story The Monkey's Paw.
Definitely, yep. Classic spin of the Monkey's Paw tale.
Mm-hmm. The dad's an atheist. I think that's important. Because he's an atheist, he doesn't think there's anything after life, so that kind of explains why he does what he does in the movie.
Right, yeah. If he would have, been a good Christian or Hindu, whatever, he would have believed in this fantastic afterlife, and he would have no problem with people or himself dying because he goes on to a better place. But because he's an atheist, it's like he does anything he can to prevent death. So, yeah, that's a very important piece.
Mm-hmm. Very important. The one thing I definitely noticed in this movie, even though it's a horror movie, the acting, excellent. Oh my gosh, for the acting in this movie, excellent. The 3 people that stood out to me are, first, the little girl, Ellie, in the movie, is played by Jete Lawrence. I don't know if I'm saying her first name right.
No, that's right, yep. Jete Lawrence, yep.
She is unbelievable. I mean, this little girl, I don't know how she understands acting so well at her age, but I can't say enough about her acting. It was just incredible. You should go see this movie just to see her acting. She is going to be huge.
She has an older sister who's been in Broadway shows, and so obviously runs in the family. But yeah, she is definitely did a great job as the creepy, reanimated, conniving daughter.
You know, as the first half of the movie, she's like super likable. I mean, she's so likable. And then the second half of the movie, she has to act differently, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The next person I would mention is John Lithgow. He plays Judd, which is the family's neighbor who introduces the gentleman to the pet cemetery, well, beyond the pet cemetery. And John Lithgow does a wonderful, wonderful job acting in this movie. There's a famous line in the movie. He says, "Sometimes dead's better." He says it perfectly. The way he said it is perfect. The third person I want to mention is the mother in the movie, named Rachel, is played by a lady named Amy Simons. She doesn't do a lot of acting through most of the movie, but the last fourth of the movie, her acting shines through, and she does an incredible job acting.
True. Yeah, I would just add the Jason Clarke, I'm sorry, is the father, Dr. Lewis Creed. Sort of understated, but I think he does a really good job. He normally plays bad guys. He's been in a whole slew of movies. Chappaquiddick being probably the most well-known one, where he plays Ted Kennedy, obviously not a good guy. But in this movie, he plays a very good protagonist. Misguided actions, but his intentions are good, but they turn out to have tragic consequences. But I thought he did an excellent job as well.
For me, the people that stood out the most to me were J.K. Lawrence, Judd Lithgow, and Amy Simons. I did think he did a good job, the father, but I thought their performances were a little bit better. So, but I mean, he did really good for his part, though.
He did. I loved Fred Gwynne as the same character in the original one.
Oh, you mean Judd?
Yeah, he did a really good job too. He kind of said that line with a more how an Easter would say it, like, sometimes bad is better.
Yep.
More the Eastern accent. But anyway, yeah, John Lithgow, top-notch performance in the supporting role.
I'd like to finish this off by saying I loved the ending. Okay, it was very campy, the ending. Would you agree?
It is, but yeah, I like how they actually made the story better, I thought. They changed it from the little boy getting killed to the older daughter getting killed, and that made the story veer off in a whole, I think, deliciously evil, even more evil direction than the original story. I won't give away the ending, but just going to say the poor little boy is like...
In my notes, I wrote, I liked the ending, because I did like the ending. It was a very, very good ending.
Deliciously dark, and there's 3 Ds. Dark, delicious, and something else. But delightful. Yeah, like I say, I like the way they changed the script, because the first thing I thought when I heard they were doing another Pet Cemetery is, why do we need another Pet Cemetery? But you see the movie and you compare it to the original, not only the first movie but the novel, you see it does go off in a different direction when the daughter's killed instead of the younger son, and that results in, like I say, a really cool, dark ending, but good.
Well, it's time to give our scores. Lee and I have no idea what each other's scores is. So what we decide is, when we're saying our scores, we can't change them. Agree?
Yep.
Okay. The score I'm giving is a 9. What's your score, Lee?
That's my score.
Wow.
I was originally going to give it 9.5, and I had to think about it. I go, no, 9.5 is like Oscar material, and this is just maybe a little short of that. But I don't know, for a horror movie, could have been much better, with one exception. And this is an issue I had with the book too. It's like, if you're a young parents and you have 2 young children and you buy this great house right by a busy road, wouldn't you think you'd get some kind of like fencing, like invisible fencing for your cat, and then just regular fencing for your children?
Yeah.
So that just makes it just way too convenient for this like little boy to go wandering off on the road while the parents are busy socializing.
That makes sense.
In real life, you would think you get some kind of protection.
That makes sense, yeah.
So that's really the only plot issue I had, other than maybe there was... Well, some critics say the pacing was too slow. I didn't have a problem with that, because you have to develop the characters, because really good horror movies are ones in which you care about the characters. So you have to develop some kind of empathy for them. So most of the setup I had no problems with. I thought there was maybe one too many flashbacks with the mother flashing back to her childhood when she was caring for her, helping to care for her older dying sister. I thought they could have did with one less flashback, but it's kind of nitpicky. But yeah, other than those two minor plot issues, the movie was almost perfect. So yeah, I'm very comfortable with my 9.
I love this movie. It wasn't as good as It. I thought it was a little bit better. Or maybe a little more than just a little bit better. But this was definitely a good movie. I recommend seeing it. I mean, if you're into horror movies at all, this is a very enjoyable ride.
Fantastic. Oh, yeah, I definitely, very, way above solid. It was super.
Nope. Next, we're going to show our scores. And then we're going to look at Rotten Tomatoes and Metacritic to see how close their scores are to ours. Okay, we're looking up Rotten Tomatoes to see what their score is. Wow, the tomato meter is at 58%, and the audience score is 43%.
Holy
and
cow.
Normally, I wouldn't do this, but I disagree with both of those scores totally. The movie was really good.
Yep. Some people are just smarter about movies than others. Not to brag or anything, but we go a lot of movies, and we're not like experts or anything like that, but we go to enough movies that I think we're a pretty good judge of when a movie's bad and when a movie is good. And this is definitely a good movie. It's not a mediocre movie. It's not just an okay movie. It's top of the line horror. So we not saying they're wrong, but
we disagree.
We disagree. Put it that way.
Okay, next we're gonna look up Metacritic. Okay, we're looking up Metacritic. Ooh, 57 is the Metascore, and the user score is a 5.9. And like I said before, if I think a movie deserves a certain score, I'm going to give it that score, and I believe this movie deserved 9. 9 popcorn.
Yeah, Metacritic's a little bit higher than Rotten Tomatoes, not a lot. Mm-hmm.
I actually don't understand these scores because the movie was good. I don't see how most people couldn't have cared for it. I thought it was very well done.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, we way beyond solid. Just a lot of suspense, good character development,
and the acting,
fantastic acting. Yep,
amazing.
Plot enhancements for the most part. It's actually a better story than the original. So, yeah, again, we'll have to agree to disagree on that.
Yep. Well, next is Steven's weekly recommendation. Thank you. It's time for Steven's weekly recommendation. What is Steven's weekly recommendation? Well, each episode I recommend something that I think is awesome. This episode's recommendation is Man vs. Food, the Adam Richman years. Watching this show makes me hungry. The food looks so good. I would love to take a week-long trip and go to some of the restaurants that Adam's eaten at. Each episode, Adam faces a different food challenge, and he wins a lot of them. Man vs. Food is awesome. Adam Richman is amazing. And here's the trailer.
I'm Adam Richman, a food fanatic who's held nearly every job in the restaurant biz. And now I'm on a mouth-watering journey to find America's greatest pig-out spots.
Oh my God, happy birthday to me.
And take on the country's most legendary eating challenges.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Carnivore Challenge.
I'm no competitive eater.
This is history of the Viking!
Just a regular guy with a serious appetite.
Suicide 6 Wings Challenge. 1 minute and counting!
This is my ultimate hunger quest. This is Man vs. Food.
It's the end of the show, so it's time for Lee's Joke of the Week.
Okay, I'm doing, 2 dead cat jokes and 1 live cat joke, all in honor of Pet Sematary. So, first one is a guy walks in the movie theater, sits down, and a little while later he notices what appears to be a cat sitting next to him. So he looks over at the cat and goes, "What are you doing in the movie theater?" Cat goes, "Well, I'd like the book." Number 2, a dead cat walks into a bar, and the bartender sees him and goes, "Get out of here, we don't serve your kind." Dead cat goes, "Why not?" Bartender goes, "Because it'd be a health code violation." And last, hopefully not least, what's a dead cat's favorite cocktail?
I don't know.
Catatonic.
Ha ha. Well, as always, we'll be watching.
Or
For you.